Welcome back to Affirmations. Thanking my subscribers and any new subscribers I got this week. Uh, and also those of you who are just visiting, I appreciate you swinging through. Do hit the like, share, and notification bell so you know when I post, okay? All right. Hoping everyone had a great week. And again, if it wasn't a good week, I am hoping um, that you're able to figure out one thing you can do in order to make the week go better. Okay. Wishing everyone mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. And those of you who are new, we always start off with our saying, and those of you that know it, you can join in. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Have you been feeding yourself fresh or rotten fruit? Always wanting to mind the self talk that we do with ourselves, as well as what we speak, as well as what we speak about others. Okay to vent, as long as we're not being malicious, align on others. Sometimes that can activate, reap what you sow. Okay. Let's see. And for those of you that are new each week, we are tackling the topic of healing slave trauma. We will be using the DBT deck for clients and therapists, mindful practices to manage distress, regulate emotions, and build better relationships. Okay. Also, too, in the past, we were using the self therapy card decks. This is also a great deck to get. Again, to be able to address different topics if you want to work on issues that you may be struggling with. Okay. And also, too, do not forget, we want to also be able to get the book called Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome, America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing by Dr. Joyce DeGury. We've heard of post-traumatic stress disorder, never post-traumatic slave syndrome. It is not a topic today where our people would not fall under this particular diagnosis, okay? So do look at that, okay? Also, too, those products are available in my store. If you click on the description box at the bottom, there is a link for my Amazon store as well as on the About page, okay? As well as donation information on the About page as well, okay? So, also two other products in the store that you might like as well. You know, I always wearing I have some beautiful crystal bracelets and different things, as well as some of the affirmation cards and different things on there that you also may like. Okay. Let's see. So I am going to, for those of you that are new, put the stones in the bag, and we're going to randomly pick to see which deck are we speaking from today. Okay. Let's see, what are we speaking from today? Let's see, I'll take this one. Okay, we got Imagine. Oh, I'm dropping Imagine, y'all. Imagine. What can you imagine for yourself? What do you find yourself imagining? Are there not nightmares you're imagining? You know, it's easy to scare ourselves. Yeah. You know, are we going to choose to be a little bit more kind to ourselves and maybe kind of watch and be more aware of what we are listening to and watching? Again, music is a type of therapy. Also, too, entertainment is a type of escape as well. And we use it as a therapy, right, to relax ourselves. But if we're watching things that are triggering and depressing and stressful and violent and hypersexual, those things can send us in a frenzy and have our imaginations and have us locked, right? Okay, something to think about. Okay, so let's see, which deck is that one? That's going to be the hot pink deck. Okay, let's see which one we're getting. Let's see which one we're getting. Okay, like that one wants to pop out. Okay, so let's get this one. All right, this one is saying, let go of judgments. We all have judgments, When you notice a judgment, do not let it stick, but imagine it to be a cloud drifting through your awareness. Judgments are only weather patterns, so allow them to come and go. Use this imagery whenever a judgment storm rolls in, and remember it's only passing weather. That's a kind of tricky one. Yeah, we do all have judgments. We're constantly putting things in categories. And one of the things I teach with my clients, again, I kind of work with clients dealing with the therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and where I was talking about non-judging, okay? But judgments are important, right? They help us judge right from wrong. They help us judge our morals and values, so we don't want to get rid of them. But I will say, this is what's so tricky. A lot of times, some of the things we have strong judgments about are not life and death, are not even dealing with morality. Sometimes, as a people, what we tend to do, we will harshly judge things that are not critical, where people have a free will, right? And some of the things we like to judge and we want power over are some of the simplest things. But what we won't judge, and I've talked about this before, are real wrongs, are things that need to be judged. We won't call out, abuses within our group, our family. We won't. We won't call out. I'll see videos where, there's a lot of videos that was going around where it'll show, kind of a lot of our women getting beat and people just kind of standing by and videotape and these types of things. We're not going to judge that or get involved in that, right? But we will judge very harshly and come up to people and comment on their attire and the clothes, or, their material things, or, what they're deciding, what career they're deciding to take, or just, things like that. So something we want to look at. Yeah. So what we want to do is kind of note to ourselves, it's kind of tricky though. I'm about to give my opinion about something or judge a thing. Does this person have a right to choose that? And is that a harm? Is that person, this is what our barometer. Is this person abusing power? Is this person abusing power in any way over someone? And if they're not, right, then that's something that we could possibly allow people their rights, okay? Okay, something to think about. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see which one we're going to use today. We'll do this one. We'll get this affirmation cards. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and I will say again, as people, that you will find this highly judgmental on things that are not very important. A lot of times that's an indication of low self-esteem. And again, that's one of the things they taught us is to, I know y'all have heard that term. It was something called the dirty dozens, where we rank on each other, right? Your mama, so, those kind of jokes. Those things were created back in, the kind of slavery and kind of after slavery Jim Crow days. That was part of the entertainment that they required of us, right? So, we want to be aware of that. Okay, so let's see what we're getting. Okay, that popped out. What do we got? 2. What is this saying? This is an interesting one. It says, I know that it is important to work hard and play even harder. I am supposed to have fun, right? Right, but what kind of fun are we having, right? When we hear that work hard and play hard, they have given us a definition of how we should play, right? And it's normally an excess in toxicity, right? Overindulgent indulgence in, alcohol, drugs, kind of, sexual behavior, and again, a lot of those things were even taught to us in slavery, right? Um, Again, when we would work and we would get called at night, and it's like, okay, it's time to play. And so if the only way we're able to have fun and play is that we have to get intoxicated, or if we have to get alter our mood with some type of substance, that is implying something's off balance. Okay, if you're not able to have some joy outside of that. If you always have to have that in order to have fun, sometimes if you track that back of when did that start? Who introduced me to that? And so sometimes that is even trauma related. Okay. So we want to look at that. So important to work. We want to play harder. And, we always are talking about getting in contact with your inner child. And part of the thing that talks about true peace and being able to get in touch with your inner child is being able to enjoy simple things, right? But sometimes we may want to do something simple, but again, they have locked us in this box of cool, being cool, right? And it's a term, called oxymoron. It's so funny. They say that, oh, they're lazy and stupid and dumb, but yet we're considered the coolest people on earth. Everyone mimics us. So, which one is it? Right. And so sometimes we may want to do something simple, but the people we're around is like, okay, that's no fun. You're boring, right? You might get kicked out the group. So, important to start asking yourself, is it okay for me to play and in a more simple way that doesn't require these kind of extreme behaviors that are going to affect me in a negative way? Okay. Okay, something to think about. Let's see what this one was. This one popped up too. What was this one saying? Writing is tricky. It says, I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. I am abundant. Okay, I like that one. I know that money flows to me freely when I pursue my passions. I am abundant. It is it's a mindset, but it's very important, again, that we find our passion or our life work. Okay, what's your life work? What are you passionate about? Right? And again, sometimes we have to keep our passions and what we really love private, because sometimes, I think about the scripture, do not cast your pearl towards swines, because guess what? Sometimes people will see that you have a passion and want to stomp it out because they don't have a passion, right? They'll try to shame you out of yours. So it is okay to seek your passion and not to have validation from others. Okay? So you have to figure that out. And you hear it said that a person feels like they're not working when they are working at something that they love or in their passion, right? Yeah. So something to think about. I am abundant. We are abundant when we are on our life's work mission and find our passion. Okay. All right. And with that, I want to thank you all again for joining me. Do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Do check out the community tab. Also, don't forget to stop by the store. Okay. Located in the description box as well as on the About page. And remember, everyone has a right to heal from trauma without interference or judgment, even a race, nation. And until next time, bye.